Welcome to Germany versus USA. Today's topic, table manners. You're a good boy. I guess we dive right into it. We didn't have proper napkins, but we have paper towels. So
working with what we can. First things first, this is no good. No hats at the table in America.
In German, it's not that big of an issue because very few people wear hats, I guess. So that's kind of, we don't have to deal with it. Oh, my wallet is hurting. You always have to take out your wallet first because it hurts your butt.
With us, like, two rules in my household that my mom really had was you cannot come to the table with a hat on.
Okay.
And you cannot come to the table not dressed.
And the cell phone, right?
Right, and no cell phone. So, like, you can't, like, because if you have an undershirt on, she'd like make you go put on like a nicer shirt, like or turn your phone off, take your hat off. So that's like before dinner even starts.
No hats, no shirt, no what was else there? No phone.
Yeah.
Then food.
Right.
Okay. Okay. We've placed our napkins. We've taken off the hat, cell phones, and dressed I guess appropriately.
Yep.
Then grace. Saying the grace, like a prayer before the meal. Would you do that at your house? Or?
Yes, we would. That's very southern. I don't think it's representative for the whole country, but I think parts of the country it's very common practice, and it's especially common practice on like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners or when God's really listening.
We never prayed at home. I was raised Lutheran, like Protestant Lutheran in German. I know many Catholic families though who would pray before dinner or before lunch, and they would often have like a huge like wooden cube with like a whole bunch of different like prayers on it. They would like roll it and then they would read out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I've never seen that. Yeah, our prayers a lot of times the grace it's very similar every time. So like it's you could just say kind of the same prayer and then get on it, and then then there's longer prayers for like special occasions.
Okay, and you would set your hands like while you're doing it?
Yeah, and that's depending on the circumstance. But your family, always no hands. Stranger, we Germex them. Germex them first, and then hold the hand, and then Germex after.
I guess in both countries we eat with our hands, right?
Yeah, and some items like pizza.
In Germany, Döner you will eat with your hands.
Yeah, a doner.
Chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings. I mean, you gotta eat. Like, I don't like eating with my hands at all. I don't like my hands like getting sticky or messy. And really, the only food I will eat with my hand is probably a wing.
Right.
Just because there's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
And
you will see a lot of people in Germany eating pizza with knife and fork, but many people also eat it with their hands.
Right.
You won't find anyone who's eating a doner with the knife and fork. I hope, because that's not the proper way to eat a doner. Okay. So let's grab our knives and forks, Jim. Let's just pretend we had food. We already ate, so we decided not to get food again because we have.
All we do is eat.
All we do is eating in these episodes. So, I think you grew up like actually learning the European way.
Yeah,
of
so
using knife
I'm
and fork, right?
kind of a bad American in the sense of I don't know. I was just raised where I eat. With my left hand and right hand, I don't put my knife down, and I don't chop my food all up.
So let's step by step. So Europeans would usually take right hand knife, left hand fork, and you would keep that in your hands throughout the entire meal. You will chop up whatever you would like to eat at that point, and then you put it in your mouth, basically.
Right. Where in the U.S. you would take it, chop up what if you're eating steak or whatever, then you take your knife, you'd put it on the table. And they say you'd switch your hands, and then...
Right, so you move the fork from the left hand to the right hand, put the knife by side, and then you would eat a little bit with your fork.
You would.
And if you would have to cut again, put it back.
Yep.
Take the knife back, cut more, put it back, fork over.
Or maybe I was just so impatient, I was like, I'm just going to do it this way.
But that's what many Americans do, right? Okay.
Many Americans do.
So don't be surprised if you see that. It's a lot of switching things while you're eating, I guess. Elbows on the table.
Another mother's no-no.
Elbows on the table.
Yeah. So never have your elbows on the table. That's I don't know why that was deemed rude, but it is. And so, but I guess a difference because a lot of times they'll say when you put your knife down, Yes, and you switch. If you're not grabbing your drink, you put your hand in your
Below
lap.
yeah, right.
In America, whereas in Germany, that's a little different, right?
Right. The elbow on tables is also not not a good way of eating in Germany, I guess. My dad, he would always get him down that way. And then you always are supposed to keep your hands like above the table, basically. I mean, you need them above the table because
the Germans are very trusting people. It's like, no, I gotta see your hands. Always have to see your hands. Where'd it go? You get back. I dropped my. I don't care. But my napkin. No.
I want to pay. No.
I just need to get. No.
My cell phone. No, cell phone to the table. Once you are done eating, like, is it okay if you leave stuff on the plate in the U.S. or?
I'm American. I'm never finished eating.
Oh, you always leave something on the plate?
No, I'm just always eating.
But like, is it rude to leave something on the plate or?
Well, it really depends. If you're at if you're a guest in someone's home, you really want to try to eat everything that's presented. I mean, even if it's horrific, green beans, and it makes you kind of sad on the inside, like just still eat them. But at a restaurant, the portions are so large, it's not insulting the chef unless it's like a really like fancy restaurant if you don't eat everything.
Okay, and actually something before you do you like season before you try it? Is that rude?
Well, no.
You don't season before you try it, right?
I don't, but you'll see that happening. And to me that's very rude.
Okay, because that's what I feel the same. And some people in Germany do it, and I guess that's very similar.
The French love though when you do that. Like when you get something, you're like, oh yeah, do you got any ketchup or A1?
Like mayonnaise on some barbecue sauce. Jim likes to make fun of the French when we are in France. Just get the plate and just salt and pepper and sauces on there.
Actually, the French are always wonderful to me.
They're super nice people, yeah. One thing that that I forgot to mention is when you eat, like if you're having a fancy dinner and you have boatloads of like silverware, like 3 knives and 15 forks and a bazillion spoons, and you don't know where to start. I think like the rule of thumb is from outside to inside, right?
I think so.
Yeah, but that's how.
Yeah.
That's how you. Okay, then we both are thinking that is the way from outside to inside.
We think this is right.
Right.
It's been a long time since I've been to etiquette camp.
Yeah, that's true. Back in the days with that 100-year-old lady, right?
Yeah. A thing that I was always brought up doing is never eat, like never take anything from your plate until everyone's been served. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're at someone else's house, do not eat before the host has sat down and begun.
Okay.
So you kind of wait on them to initiate it, and then you go.
Yeah, that's very similar in Germany as well. Yeah. You usually, I mean, it depends. Like, I guess if you're like in a fast food restaurant or if you're just getting in like a bratwurst or like an Imbiss or Döner, then you would probably start. You might still ask, is it okay if I started? Or whoever's waiting will usually suggest, hey, it's okay if you guys start.
Right. If you're at a restaurant and, if they're really busy and food's coming out at different times, a lot of times what will happen if you get your food first, you just kind of sit there. And then someone will be like, oh, it's okay, go ahead, I don't mind.
Awkwardly wait there.
Or you can just be like, excuse me, I haven't gotten my food. Put it down.
I want to eat it now. So table manners, not that many huge differences. I mean, like the knife thing, I guess, and you just, something that you will stumble upon. But if you have good, I guess, like table manners in your country, you won't have any problems crossing the pond to either Germany or the US. You'll be fine.
Yeah, very similar. Just be polite.
Und höflich sein.
Y'all take it easy.
Tschüss.
Back it up, son.